Well, as I just mentioned, an 8-year-old boy in North Vancouver will travel to Germany later this month for specialized treatment for a rare condition. Nathan Hepburn was diagnosed with arteriovenous malformation in his brain. It's called AVM for short. And it means that blood vessels can rupture without warning, risking brain damage or even death. Now, it's been taking an emotional toll on the entire family for several years, but now there are financial pressures as well. The family says they still don't know if the province is going to provide financial support for the treatment in Germany. Well, Nathan's mother is Natasha Hepburn, and I spoke with her in studio yesterday and began by asking her how she first learned that there was a concern about Nathan's health.
Back in around 2021, we noticed that Nathan had a seizure. Nathan was having just blank stares. So we completed an MRI, and following the MRI, they sent us for an urgent referral to neurosurgery. And from there, it was discovered that it was an incidental find, and they found that he has what is called an arteriovenous malformation. So it's even kind of like you mentioned, this is like a tangle in the brain, a tangle of blood vessels where there's an artery and the intervening capillary is lacking. So it goes directly from an artery, which carries high pressure blood, into a vein. And what can happen is it can form an aneurysm, or it could just rupture without notice.
Right. And you're a nurse. I mean, you're speaking about this now as if you obviously know what you're talking about. That's your experience speaking, but also the fact that you happen to be a nurse. How did that inform what was happening?
Well, my nursing background, of course, it did help me understand some of the medical terminology, but even as a nurse, I didn't know much about AVMs. They're so rare that I really didn't know much. I had to do my own research, and what I learned really horrified me. You see a lot of young athletes and you hear about them just dropping dead. A lot of them have these AVMs, and they rupture without notice. And if you don't know that you have one and you don't get it treated, it could be very deadly, and especially depending on where it's located on the brain.
Yeah.
For Nathan's, his AVM, he actually has two AVMs, but the larger one, the grade 4 diffuse AVM, is located in the thalamus, and that's the relay center of the brain. So a rupture in that center will have devastating neurological deficits, if not death.
And what has this meant for his day-to-day life then?
Day to day, I feel like it's robbed him of his childhood. He has somebody with him at all times. We're monitoring him. We're all on edge all the time because AVMs, they give no warning. And his lesion, unfortunately, is showing signs of instability already. He's had microhemorrhages. He's required embolization. He's formed aneurysms within the area. So this is a lesion that's becoming progressively more unstable, and time is of the essence. It's AVMs and the thalamus have a very aggressive trajectory, and when they rupture, it's not good.
You are going to Germany to get him treatment. How did you learn about this treatment option in Germany?
So, we initially got Nathan treated here in Canada.
Yeah.
We had a remarkable team of neurosurgeons. They are the most amazing people, and they literally tried everything to help him. They tried everything. But his biology, the biology of his AVM is different, and he didn't respond to treatment. He received treatment in June of 2023. He got the radiation. And then 6 months later, he experienced significant brain swelling. He had left-sided weakness. His vision was impacted. And then he developed an aneurysm that was bleeding. So we had to take an emergency flight to Toronto, and the remarkable team of neurosurgeons. I'm convinced if it was anywhere else in the world, he wouldn't have survived.
Yeah. This was at Sick Kids.
They successfully embolized the lesion and that part that was bleeding, and they saved his life. But the AVM still remains. After everything we've gone through, the AVM still remains. And he had complications, he developed a clot in his femoral artery in his leg. He was in excruciating pain. He had to get, injections for months on end to help dissolve the clot, which, it was dissolved, but I'm not even sure if we can use that access site anymore.
Right.
And then I consulted with literally every expert in North America that I could find. Some of the leading pioneers, Mayo Clinic, Stanford, UCSF.
Take your time.
They told me, with radiation, it takes time, but you should see a progressive obliteration of the lesion. You need to see progressive closure. We didn't see that. His treatment literally showed no response whatsoever. And in speaking to experts in the field, they said to radiate this entire lesion again poses a significant risk for radiation necrosis. So imagine your brain
Yeah.
becoming necrotic. That's not an option for Nathan. So the options that we have available in Canada, because of the lack of treatment response, are very limited, and as a parent, you can't just accept that, like, your child can die before you. Like, what parent wants to live with that? So, like, literally night and day, anytime that I have any free time, I spend my time just reviewing articles, medical journals, and seeing what else is out there. And I came across this article by this pioneer in Germany, Professor Dr. Chapeau, Dr. René Chapeau. And in this article, he talked about an embolic agent called Optura, which is unlike anything that's available in North America. So this embolic agent literally loses its radiopacity, and that reduces to heavy metal artifact. This means neurosurgeons or interventional radiologists, when they go to visualize the center of the lesion, even after this embolic glue has been injected, they can see the center of the lesion, and then they can treat it more effectively. This embolic lesion, Optura, significantly increases the safety margin for complex AVMs like Nathan's.
Okay.
And so I took a chance. I emailed the doctor. I didn't know if I was going to get a response. He responded to me. He said, send me the scans. I sent it to him. We had a consult, and he told me that he feels highly confident he can cure Nathan's lesion with a good quality of life. And he said to me, his words, if it was his family member, he would be using Optura, because this embolic agent is not like other agents that we have here.
Right. And this is a treatment that's only available in Germany. He's the only doctor doing this. Yeah.
To my understanding, he's one of two doctors
Right.
that does this treatment. And he's done it over 50 times before with this new embolic agent. He's shown me scans of other AVMs that were similar to my son Nathan's that were treated successfully. Yep. And he told me, of course, nothing is without risk, but from the sounds of it, there's a very high chance that Nathan can achieve complete cure and have a good quality of life. And, hearing those words as a mother, I can't tell you what that meant to me. But we live with this uncertainty of how are we going to afford it?
Well, right. I was going to say there's the cost of the treatment, which is how much does the treatment cost?
So the treatment has to be done in stages to allow Nathan's brain to adapt. He's going to need between 3 to 5 stages, if not more. And each time we go just for the treatment itself is $61,000, around $61,000.
Wow.
And that's not including flights and, transportation, accommodation, and if there's any unexpected medical costs that can occur.
And so has the province indicated whether they will cover any portion of that at all?
Not yet. Not yet.
And tell me about the inquiries you've made.
I've sent several emails, and we've received letters of support from his medical team in Canada, indicating that this is a lesion that requires treatment just because of the high-risk profile of this lesion, where it's located, and the fact that it's showing signs of instability, like it's formed aneurysms, it's having microhemorrhages. But no, we have not yet received any confirmation that the province will be helping.
And I have some of those reports in front of me here. Those doctors have endorsed this treatment, essentially, saying that this is the next step that should be taken.
They said it's medically reasonable and a reasonable option because he didn't respond to treatment here. And this doctor, Dr. Rene Chapeau, he's a pioneer in the field, and he's completed treatments of complex lesions like Nathan's before, many times before.
So the process then, do you have to submit an application to the province to have this treatment done overseas then?
I didn't submit the application. Nathan's neurosurgical team completed it and submitted it, but I asked for a copy. And then after they had already submitted it, I followed up, and I attached the copy again with the reports, and I followed up, with the government's office to see.
And what have you heard back?
Essentially, that it's going to take time, and they redirected me to follow up with the neurosurgical team's office. They didn't give me any specific timeline, but his first treatment is scheduled for the end of the month, like on March 30th.
Right.
And time is something that we don't have. And
also, there's the urgent situation that he's in right now.
yeah, like every day he's living with a ticking time bomb in his brain that can go off at any time, and it could take his life. And I know that, I respect the fact that there's processes and bureaucracy in place, but I just wish the government would realize that each day for me feels like a million years. And it feels like a day closer to when Nathan's AVM can rupture and I could lose my child. No mother wants that. What mother wants to think that their kid can die before them? But it's the reality that we live with every day. Every day.
What would you like people to know about Nathan?
Nathan is a beautiful, sweet child, full of life. He loves to laugh. He loves to play with his brother. He just wants to grow up, just like any other child. And now, with this treatment, he's been given that chance. But we can't do this alone. We need support.
And what happens, Natasha, if the government can't provide the support you need?
Not getting the treatment is not an option for us because, like I said, AVMs in the thalamus have a very aggressive trajectory, and my child will lose his life if he doesn't get this treatment. So we will make it happen. We'll continue to advocate. We'll continue to fundraise using GoFundMe. We'll continue to ask support from friends, family, and I trust in the kindness of our community. And I believe that we're going to get the support that we need because this is a child. His life matters. And we've been through hell and back, and we're still living it. I'm just scared. I don't want to lose my child. It's my dream to see him grow up. It's my dream to see him live without this ticking time bomb that's waiting to go off at any time. And he's endured a lot. I've endured a lot. I'm a single mom taking care of two boys, working and trying to navigate this whole thing. I just pray, and I know that Premier EB is busy, and I respect that. I really do. Mm-hmm. I just want him to know I'm very terrified. I'm scared for Nathan's life. And if he can help us, it would mean the world to me.
Natasha, we appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
We really do. And we will continue to follow this, and we'll continue to follow you and Nathan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
That is Natasha Hepburn speaking with us yesterday. She lives in North Vancouver. She's the mother of 8-year-old Nathan Hepburn, and they fly to Germany later this month for specialized treatment for Nathan's condition. Nathan's doctors completed an application for out-of-country funding by the province, or from the province rather, on January 15th. Natasha says she did not hear anything back until last Friday when the Beneficiary and Diagnostic Services branch told her that they are working to review the application as soon as possible. Since Thursday, we've been reaching out to the Health Ministry for a response. We've requested an interview with Health Minister Josie Osborne. Her spokesperson tells us the Health Ministry is working on the CBC's request and will get back to us as soon as they can.